Hey there, guys. This is Gamer Bean. I'm Chibis.
I'm Jose. This is Marcos.
This is Marcos.
We have a placeholder.
And this is our podcast, Spill the Beans.
Spill the bean. Spill it. Deep.
We're gonna spill something today.
Alright guys, but you can see this mess right here?
Yeah.
We're doing
We were doing an unboxing video for the 3DS,
the limited edition X and Y.
the blue and the red one.
Right.
And don't worry, we're gonna
sorry.
take care of this mess.
Right?
Now,
Let's
get
into it.
started.
Right? So Jesus.
What's up, man?
So I was reading around and this week we got some big news. You know, Steam.
Watch out the water.
Yeah.
Where'd I get him?
We are. I don't know if you heard about the new Steam OS that's coming out that was announced by
The operating
excuse me,
system?
Marco.
The operating system?
Yeah, the operating system, the Steam OS.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you, what do you think about the new operating system?
Well, I just don't get it. So, Steam is making an operating system, right?
And it's gonna be a free operating system.
Okay,
Free.
so here's my thing. So, can I, build a machine, a computer? Can I build a computer and just install that operating system?
Apparently you okay. So the first announcement, if I may ask, the first announcement was that they were gonna add an operating system that was gonna be basic for your living room to be on a machine that was gonna be set up on your living room, and it was able to, they also said they were gonna work with various entertainment companies to bring you music and other shit. Right? So then on the second day, which was on Wednesday, they announced that they were gonna do machines. And that you were going to be able to customize that machine, and that and depending on what you want that machine to have, that will be the price that you will have to pay, right? So you'll be able to modify it. But again, maybe if you already have a
So,
machine,
I make to order a console or something?
you can. But I'm pretty sure that because if we have to think of compatibility, whatever that's pronounced. And if you have for example, your current computer, maybe you can install SteamOS. But again, SteamOS is based on Linux, which is not Microsoft Windows. Which means that there might be some things that might not be compatible. But again, we all know that Steam is like the big guy for computer gaming, and I'm sure that Nvidia and maybe ATI will start making compatible stuff.
Okay, I was gonna ask about it because you say it's an operating system. Would it have things like a word processor? If it's an operating system, it has to do something other than games.
Right. That's what I'm concerned too. Will I be able to browse the internet, such as, for example, Chrome? Or is it going to have everything Steam, like for example, Steam browser or Steam Music? Yeah, Steam Media Player, Steam, all
It's
this
a
stuff.
lot of questions, that.
But then here's the thing:
What's up?
the Steam OS is going to be open source, which means anybody can come and edit it.
Open source.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So basically, they make the Steam OS. They say, here it is. You can download it for free, install it. Here's also the code, so you can get it and do whatever you want, like mods, add stuff. Add a start menu, add whatever you want.
No, but
it's gonna be free.
By making it open source, would that make it a lot susceptible to hackers?
Well, that's the thing. That you can't be a hacker if it's modified free. For instance, if they give me the source for me to modify it, I can modify it, put it on the internet, and then I can say, look, I modified it, so my version does this, this, and this.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, somebody could modify it, and
Right.
It could steal your credentials when you install it, the version.
Well, but okay.
It could.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. You also, it's like anything else. If you're gonna install, you have to be careful where you can get this stuff from. Again, we still don't know how this is gonna work, right? But say that you're gonna download like a mod for the OS, sort of like that. Then I'm pretty sure that you're gonna read the reviews, ratings, if it's legit or if it's not legit. And like again, how Steam now has a workshop.
Yeah.
So now you can download legitimate mods, not fake mods, not something that will mess your computer up or anything like that, right? So by downloading somewhere else, you had the risk that you probably were not downloading the mod, maybe you were getting something else. Well, same thing here. They'll probably hold some sort of thing where people can work with the SteamOS, upload it, things like that. But then again, they're doing the machine, so you can build the machine you want, the way you want it, put it in your living room, and then you use the gamepad, which they just announced. Have you seen the gamepad? The picture of the gamepad?
No, you haven't shown me the picture.
Alright, here's a picture. You can see, I'll show you right here. The gamepad has something, when I saw it, it looks different. It looks,
Oh, here it is.
here you go.
Guys, you saw the picture. That looks like a damn stereo.
it does look like two speakers, right?
It looks like two speakers in the touchscreen, whatever the fuck, you can just play to play songs.
But see, here's the cool thing, and I read about it, and this was announced on Friday, today, this when we're recording this. This controller will trick your computer. It will trick the old games to think it is a keyboard. So all your PC games that didn't have controller support, will be supported by this controller.
That's nice.
So it will trick them. I don't know how. I guess it's just inputs and outputs within in there or something like that. But the thing is, it has two paths on the sides, and that will be a circular motion, which will allow you to move around, things like that, with the touchscreen in the middle. So that's pretty damn cool.
Does it say how big the gamepad is? Because it looks pretty chunky to have a touchscreen.
To me, the way I see it, I see it and it looks a lot like an Xbox.
Like it could be this big, but it doesn't show
I'm
nothing.
pretty sure it has to be this big. Because I mean, you want the pad for your fingers to be.
But hopefully it's not like the original Xbox, a big ass controller.
Oh yeah.
It feels weird in your hand.
Well, they supposedly they did. Well, I mean, for the most part, we seen Valve doing good shit, right? As far as games and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure that they have tested this a lot. And you know what's also cool? They are releasing, they're giving out free machines with controllers for people for doing beta tests. Right?
Oh, we should join that.
I'm gonna join. You need to do. In fact, if you want to try this, there are 5 things you want to do. You need to have 10 friends on your Steam account.
Nope.
So you need to go find some friends if you don't.
Guys, add me. Help me out.
And luckily to me, I have exactly 10. That's funny. But I have 10. Already 10. So that's one requirement.
Show me your friends, man.
I know, right? One of them is my uncle. He never plays, but he's my friend. So he's right there.
What's your uncle? He ain't your friend.
But he's on my friend list, so he's counts as a friend. What's the other one? You need to join the group, the Universe Living Room group thingy. What else you have to do? There's some other things you want to do. You have to accept the terms, all the terms and things like that.
It usually thinks about keeping quiet about stuff.
Actually, they said that you will be able to show it around.
Show it?
Yeah, they're not being like
Oh, that's good.
like to secretly or anything like that. They're actually saying that you'll be able to show it around and things like that. So that's kind of freaking cool. That is really cool. And they even said on the page, it says, will I be able to modify it, hack it, or whatever? He's like, you can do whatever you want. So if it's your device, you can do whatever shoot you want. And they will release more information on this machine, on how it's going to look, and all the different ones that they're going to have. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I forgot what the other 2 are. There's other 2 requirements. Oh, you have to play in big screen mode with your controller, 1 game. So I guess they want to see that you can do it. And you know what that is?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's called big picture mode. Sorry, big picture mode. It's you pretty much put it in full screen. It's like all you see is Steam. You don't see start menu or anything like that. It's just Steam.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
And then you go with your controller, select the game, and play.
I never used that. I just have it.
Yeah, I never tried it because I don't use my controller that much. But that's another requirement. You have to at least do it once. So I guess they're trying to find out who can do it and who cannot do it. So the people who get these machines can actually provide some good feedback.
That's good.
So there's one more requirement. I can't remember what's the other one, but I'll leave the link right here in the description so you can go look in case you're interested in doing some beta test for the Steam box, which they haven't released any picture of how it's gonna look or anything like that. But the controller looks damn sexy. I think it looks sexy. Now let's talk about this, man.
What's up, man? I'm still trying to find something to talk about here.
How efficient you think this is gonna work?
How efficient?
I mean, this is kind of like a replacement for PlayStation and Xbox, kind of, because you're gonna be in your living room using a controller playing your PC games.
Well, have you heard about the latest news about the president from Sony that he wants to make
All his games available.
all his games available in all devices?
Yeah, I heard that.
Now, for me, that is a shitty premise.
To me,
Because research has been done. Research. Sorry about that. That a lot of people actually do play a lot more time on consoles. So it's consoles that play a lot more, and then there's computer, and then there's tablets,
right?
and then there's the phone. But like in a phone, they play the average people play like around 90 seconds, a minute and a half. It's just one of those small games.
And that is true because I have games that have like energy and stamina. I waste it all, 30 seconds, done.
Okay, you're done. Yeah, it's pretty much. I like to call them toilet games. You pretty much play them on the toilet.
And I do that.
Okay. And
But I don't play while I wipe me. That's for sure. Keep going.
Let's see if you didn't try to wipe this.
use
Second, the tablet, I think it was like around maybe 20 minutes at the most to play on a tablet.
Depends for them Candy Crushers. Those people go like hardcore.
And for the computer, I believe it was an hour and a half, which for me, I'm all there all day.
But then you're not always playing.
Oh, but I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I play maybe like around 20 minutes.
Yeah, but then you do something else and you come back.
Yeah.
And you do something else and come back.
And-
But sometimes you might be doing two things at a time. You might be surfing and playing.
Yeah, and on a console, I mean, a console is all designed for its games, so is the one where you play the games the most.
Oh, yeah, you get it and you start playing. That's right.
You start playing. I mean, it has things like Netflix and Hulu and all that
Right,
stuff,
right.
but it is a console for gaming, so is the what?
Or a DVR, Xbox. I'm kidding.
What the hell is a DVR?
The DVR, don't you know that Xbox doing like a DVR thing for cable?
I don't know what it is.
You want water?
Yeah, give me more juice, man. Thanks.
So delicious water, guys. You hear the sound of.
So good.
No, but because that was a rage over the Xbox. That they were like emphasizing a lot on TV stuff. So that was the reference.
It's funny because Xbox did it, and
Now Sony's doing it with the Vita, the new device.
yeah, the device. And now, well, I'm just saying like how the Steam you say is gonna be online, you're gonna be sharing. It's pretty much everything's gonna be online, right?
Right.
And everybody's praising that, oh, it's so good and everything. However, when the Xbox trying to do it, people whining and bitching.
But see, the thing is, you're going from a console, something that is widely accepted, to something that is like PC-like, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is, if I want something PC-like, why don't I just get a PC, right?
Well,
now,
yeah.
now Steam has a PC-like. They're not gonna go away with that. They're gonna still have it, right? But now they're gonna offer, like some sort of console thing. And here's a good thing, and I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be your games. Like if I want to play my games from the living room with my freaking joystick, I'll be able to do it. If I want to play those same games on my personal computer in my room, I'm gonna be able to do it. I want to share my save data, goes to the cloud. That's down to the cloud. So it's like, And another thing, speaking of sharing, they also announced the family share.
The point.
The family share.
The point.
The family share. They announced the family share, and it's already in beta. People already got invited to it. Some people.
So how does this family share work? Is it is every game on a household, or can that be like
10 users will be able to share their games.
Okay, so let me say I'm your brother, cousin, whatever. I'm your brother.
Alright, it's my fault.
8 years knowledge. We're fucking brothers already.
Yeah.
And so if we share a game, which I'm gonna be sharing the one game I have.
Skyrim, which I already have.
So
All these games. Oh man. Oh, this one's not a Steam game. That's a GOG game. This is a Steam game.
So anyway, as I was saying, so if you allow me to be on your family, will I be able to play on my computer?
Yeah.
Because so it doesn't have to be on the same household. It could be anywhere in the world.
Here's how I see it. You allow 10 of your friends to share your stuff, right? I don't know how it's exactly gonna work. I'm pretty sure that they're in beta, so they're gonna be changing things and things like that. But what I do know is that you'll be able to share games with 10 people. Now, the question is, will you be able to share every game? For instance, I can share Skyrim, because
Here's another question for I have. Will you be able to play the same game somebody else is playing?
No.
No.
Here's I think how it works. If you're playing a game from my library, and I want to play a game from my library, you're gonna have to log out, even if it's not the same game.
What else? Okay, fair.
So you will only be able to play when I'm not playing any game from my library.
Yeah, well,
Now, the question is, does that include free-to-play games? Like for instance, Mabinogi. Let's say I'm playing Mabinogi on Steam, right?
I could just download it by myself.
No. What I'm saying is, if Steam knows that I'm playing a free-to-play game, are you gonna be able to play one of my library games? That's what I'm saying. Okay, I have Metro and Skyrim, right?
Okay, yeah.
Alright, you wanna play Skyrim, you play it,
Mhm.
but then I say I wanna play Metro, so you gotta log out, because they're both in my library, so you have to log out so I can play Metro.
I don't believe that. That would suck.
I think that's how it's gonna work.
Really? So
Like it's gonna be
It-
one game played from your library at a time, something like that. I
so
think.
you can't be playing. I be playing Metro. You be playing Skyrim.
Probably not.
Oh.
That's how I That's how it was understood by several people. I'm not sure.
Guys, that doesn't sound good. I mean,
That's why I was asking about the free-to-play part. Because if it's a free-to-play game, you know, sometimes you log into that thing even if you're not playing. Because it's free-to-play, right? So, you know, somebody will not be able to access that. But then again, it's still a service that you're getting. So it's kind of cool. But again, it's on beta. I'm sure they'll work around it and hopefully.
And you can't actually just whine about this. It's something they have no reason to do it.
Right. So it's something, it's extra content. Even though sometimes when they give you something and they put a restriction to it, it just pisses you off even more than make you happy.
I find it stupid. Like we gave you this for free. We just put this restriction. We couldn't just give it you at all.
Yeah.
You know, you spoiled brat.
Right. But I think that's the thing. It's just having having something new with a restriction on it that just pisses people off. I guess that's just what I think. But still, that's kind of cool, and we were to show our games and things like that. And another thing, is it gonna be like you think that each company is gonna have that option? Like for example, will Bethesda say, I don't want my games to be shareable, but then you have Electronic Arts.
I would say Nintendo
will
be one of the next ones because Nintendo has always been a family center. You know.
Well, what I meant was Nintendo don't do PC games. I'm talking about like for the PC makers who make for Steam games. For example, 2K Games and Bethesda. Say 2K Games say, I don't want, you know, Borderlands 2 to be shareable. But then Bethesda will say, well, I do want Skyrim to be shareable. You think they'll have that option, like for every particular game to say, yes one yes, this one no? Because think about it, Metro, this is Metro, the first one, but the second one, Last Light, it was just emphasized on single player. Yeah. Once you beat it once, pretty much done, unless you want to do like some sort of achievements type, and that's it.
Well, yeah, I will say,
if I play that game, if I played your Last Light game, for instance, if you haven't not played, once I beat it once, what motive can I have to purchase it if I already beat it, the single player, and there's nothing new?
Well, yeah, that could be a problem. So again, I would say like, you know, that would, you know, put a damp on gaming because like, okay, so it's just a single, like, let me think, The Last of Us.
There you go, that's one example.
It's one beautiful example. I love the game.
He let me borrow it. I played it, never bought it, but I enjoy the shit out of it.
Yeah, but like, you know, it's a great game. It's mostly focused on the single player, and the thing about it is like there's no multiple endings. I mean, yeah, right now there's an alternate ending, which is just them singing like little bitches, which is hilarious.
Just like a video.
Yeah, just, you know, but the whole premise is like it has one ending. You could just play it again and again,
and you do the same thing over and over.
You do the same thing all over. It's just, you can just.
You might play it on hard mode.
Yeah, play on hard mode. Maybe like, okay, last time I tried to sneak by them. This time I'm gonna kill all of them. That's pretty much the only only difference you're gonna get. And you die faster. But that's pretty much it. You know, once you play once, you got all the
things you needed out of it.
Yeah, all the needs.
That's it. So, what reason would that give someone else to purchase?
I mean, you could say, but it has a multiplayer. But
again, if you want to play a shooting multiplayer, you will most likely get one that emphasizes the multiplayer, like Call of Duty and things like that.
Because that one, you know, I did enjoy the multiplayer. It was fun. I died a dozen times, and we're laughing at.
I'm just laughing.
You know, but it wasn't the best, you know, thing about it.
Right.
The best thing about it was storytelling, which is the reason I bought it.
That feeling that gave you for the players. I mean, for the characters.
At the end, it really got me.
Yeah, he cried.
I didn't cry. I just felt.
I
just felt.
I won't lie to you guys. I played The Last of Us. My mom saw me play it. Not kidding. She sat there, saw me play it throughout the whole game. She enjoyed it because of the storytelling.
Imagine it. Does your mom understand English?
No.
Imagine.
She still sat there and watched it, even though she didn't understand. She'll be like, "Can you call?" I was like, I would just explain what she said, what the kid said, but like she could see what was going on. And when they saw the, you know, I don't want to spoil it, but at the beginning, the sad part.
It's already.
But there might be someone out there who'd be like, "Man, is it really that good?" It is really that good. But you know, at the beginning, shit happens, and it's like, damn, you could see like my mom going. And then she even said, I didn't know video games had this deep storytelling, right? So people don't know that. People think it's just fun shooting around.
It's just fun and shoot.
Yeah, no, And to me, that's very important. Storytelling, very important. And she sat there and watched it. And then she saw there was a Tomb Raider game. She's like, you should play that one. I'll see you watch it. And I'm like, yeah. So now my mom is a gamer.
Your mom's a white like
She's
girl
a-
with big titties.
I know, she's a watching gamer.
So you might be asking what's with the monkey. So my brother Marcos was being a total little bitch about it. So he wanted to come record with us because he was way into this online game. He was trying to rank some shit up.
He's probably pissed when he sees
Yeah.
this.
And yeah, if you're watching this monkey, look at it. Same thing, same hair. Well, I'm sure it has boobies. But then, that's what you get for not coming.
In a colorful color. Anyways, and we can hug this.
It's the same thing. He doesn't talk a lot. We try to get him to talk a lot more, but it's a hard process.
It will take some time.
Yeah.
We'll get it. But anyway, back to Steam shit. Because, I am going to try and see if, I'm going to go into the group, see if I'm able to get accepted. Because apparently the first 1,000 people are going to be chosen from all the list.
Now we're done.
Wait, only the first 1,000. The rest will be randomly chosen.
Well, anyway. So you were saying about that they're gonna be at the machines?
They're gonna be actual machines. Like, think of it like, you heard about Steambox? The rumor about Steambox, actual console? It's gonna be kind of like, imagine like some sort of kind of computer.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, have they released any photographs or anything?
No, they say they will do that soon, but
So
not
it's
yet.
just pure speculation.
No, right now they already said it.
But
They already confirmed it. We're gonna have several machines, but they're not all gonna look the same. They're gonna be able to be modified by the user. And
Now, when I hear modify, I imagine like the hardware, right?
yeah, the hardware.
So,
I think it's like, do you want 3D support? Do you want, this high-end graphics? Are you care about 1080p, 720p? What kind of graphics are you looking for?
so probably they will all look the same, just bigger size.
Well, apparently there will be a few that look different, but as far as I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be like create your own unique Steambox. Hey, but who knows? If that's gonna be kind of cool. Cause you go someone's house, that's how yours look like. Damn, that's cool. And mine looks like a shoe, or things like that. But here's another thing that I wonder.
So,
Steam OS is Linux based. We know that Linux is not widely supported.
guys, I have never seen a Linux computer. All I know about Linux is a penguin.
It's a Penguin. I've seen it. They work pretty smooth, but they're different and they're not widely supported. If you go and try to buy a Steam game, not all of them are Linux supported, right? So does that mean that are like publishers gonna have to work an extra sort of code to make it work for exactly the Steam? I mean, don't get me wrong, Steam is like the big one, right? But what I'm saying is, if they already making it for like Steam wise, why are they gonna have to do extra work for that? Like, do you think they're gonna have to do more work so they can make it work with the Steam OS? Because think about it. They already said that some of the old games work in the Steam OS. That they've worked on them, they work perfectly fine. So they're like supported, like they're doing something like some sort of connection.
Well, I don't know. I don't think the operating system will have a lot to do with the game. I mean, it should be the processor. And
But see, many of the components are Windows components, so then that also affects the game. But again, if they said that some of the stuff already works, I'm pretty sure they might have some sort of
wait,
connection.
so if a lot of the components for games is Windows something like that?
Well, you got the DirectX.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. So does that mean on the consoles it has Windows?
What do you mean? What consoles?
You don't have the consoles able to run the same games, right?
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. They make them actually separately. Like PlayStation 4, they have to make it modify it so it runs for the PlayStation 4. Then they do the Xbox version. That's what I'm saying. Are they going to have to work for an extra version for the Steam OS, other than the PC one?
I will not believe so. Well, I don't know. It's Windows and Linux, so. See, yeah.
A part of me says, yeah, they would need to because it's a different operating system. Or a part of me says no because you're gonna have a game here, you're gonna have a game.
Well, I don't know.
They might do some sort of, because see, they are doing a way to fool all games to pretend that the controller is a keyboard, right? And it's gonna work like it was a keyboard on the old controller. Well, they can do the same, no? Make it. Just grab it, man. Serve yourself. We gotta finish this thing.
It's
by
all the
end.
way over there.
We gotta,
Put it in the middle.
No, because then we cannot see Marco.
Fuck Marco. It's a monkey. Big titty monkey. Big titty monkey.
But so that's the thing, and one of the things that I saw in this article was that possibly that could be something that is not accepted by many people because of the different operating system. and many people already accepted the fact that Windows is very widely supported everywhere you go. So does that mean that by going to a Linux, are you gonna have like all these changes? Like you said, are we gonna have some sort of word processor? Are we gonna have all of this stuff? And if we do, it's pretty much gonna be different.
Well,
And then again, I think we might be going a little bit to the side because they are focusing on the living room, not on a computer, right? So it's not going to be a computer replacement. It will be like a computer, but not a computer replacement.
yeah, so I would say maybe like it will probably be like a Blu-ray player or something like that.
Like another
Like a
console.
DVD.
Another console, no? Because it's a game player. It plays games. That'd be cool. Are they going to make CDs for it? Like CDs, or it's all going to be digital? I think they're going to stick to
Make CDs. It's Steam, motherfucker. When the fuck do you ever make CDs?
Yeah, well, because with the Steam code,
It goes with the Steam code.
well, you should be able to do the same. You buy the PC version, you get Steam code. If it's Linux support, you play it on Linux. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so you already have one, even my game.
I want another copy for Marcos.
Oh, it's already registered to my account. They should do multiplayer for Skyrim. They should do it.
It's cause this girl online. Oh, what you got?
It's not out yet.
It's about to be out. Alright, so
I played it. It felt like
did you record it or something?
you couldn't. They didn't allow you. And if you did, it's funny because as you play the game in the screen, it always show your email everywhere. Like it was email. So you had a black color your email, and then you had a white one, black, white, like that.
So that was
No. What I'm saying is, even if you did, it was like a way to say we're gonna show you email if you show this.
no, but
So every time you was into the loading screen, you could see the white emails. If you went to a white part, you could see the black email.
so you couldn't just record it for your own self?
Well, yeah, I mean, nobody was. Well, I mean, if it's for yourself, yeah,
I
but
wanted to see it. I never got accepted to that.
you didn't.
I applied.
Oh, I left it there for a long time. I thought I was forgotten. Then I saw the code. I'm like, I gotta try it. But see, I didn't get the fully beta accepted. Only for that 1 day open beta.
Yeah, it was something.
Oh, that's true.
Alright.
I forgive you guys.
Alright, let's talk about something.
Alright, what you got in mind, man?
Alright, so I read here that the PS4 is gonna have a price drop from the beginning. It's gonna have $100 less than the Xbox.
Oh, okay. So like the $400. What do you mean?
So yeah, it says Sony will launch in this November at $400 below the Xbox One.
Okay.
Saying that money, prices and everything, but it's a company, so.
Now, see, okay, here's the thing. You said earlier that they were focused, they were trying to. I'm pointing that way. You were saying earlier that they were trying to make games for like tablets, PCs, and stuff like that. So, for instance, The Last of Us, like, if I get it right, so you're saying kind of like if The Last of Us games, they will be able to make it for PC, for instance. So it wouldn't be a Sony exclusive.
Yeah, they're trying to make it for computers, tablets, phones, but you gotta think about it. A game on a phone is gonna be a shitty ass version of a game on a console.
Oh, but see, they're gonna use a Gaikai.
The what?
Gaikai.
The what?
Streaming. Gaikai streaming, which means you're not gonna be running the game on your phone. Your phone is gonna be streaming over a server that is playing the game for you.
Yeah,
you
but
control it.
you just won't get the same experience.
Oh, I know that.
If you're like,
See, and that's another thing. You know those, phone games that the people you could buy for like $6 and you actually have like a full story, things like that. They're not attract my attention. I mean, really, to sit down on my phone and play for you could say, well, you got the Game Boy, same shit. But it's more it's more focused into that, right? And here now you got like
you're like we're saying again, it's a console, it's designed for gaming. You got a phone, all the buttons are this is a touchscreen. All the buttons are gonna be here, so it's gonna feel awkward going like this.
And have in mind that sometimes you might be required to push like 2 buttons at a time and you get like.
Yeah, 2 buttons,
messed up.
and it's touchscreen, so like it could, if it's not a good one, it could give you an error and everything. A console is designed to okay, push this many buttons and we'll accept it.
So yeah, it's good, but again, I don't. For me personally, I don't see myself playing phone games that are.
You see my phone? I don't have a smartphone.
Well, yeah, but
That's a cheap ass fucker, it's a flip phone. Not a flip, it's a fucking slide.
you have fun.
It's a slide.
Yeah, so flip it. No, but what I'm saying is, I don't see myself playing the games on.
I broke one time.
Doing that.
Yeah. I broke when I went to buy it. This guy. He was one of those sliders, but I didn't know which was going to this. He's one of those sliders. So I was trying to go to that and I can't do it. Maybe it's stuck. It looked old. Like, oh my, it's a floor model. It's just old. So like, let me see how it looks. So I went like, I broke. I fucking freaked out. Oh fuck.
Wait, what, was it your phone? Or you broke a phone?
I broke the floor.
But was it your phone?
Yeah?
Was it your phone?
No, I got nothing.
So whose phone was it?
I don't know. It was on phone. It was right there. It was on the floor. Like
That person.
I thought it was a floor model. Like you know how
it was like a store or something?
it was right there. Like it was. I guess somebody left it on top. There's the other models. Like it's not chained to anything. I like it must be just a floor model. Nobody cares. It doesn't turn work. And I just broke it.
That person the person on that phone is gonna watch this video and he's gonna look for you.
I don't know you nothing. Don't believe your stuff around. Maybe like me could see and think it's a fucking floor model.
Who? What were we saying? Oh yeah, the time drop.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were saying, so if they make, for instance, like The Last of Us for PC, why would you? For instance, for me, I'm a PC gamer. The reason I have a PS3 game will be maybe for like for PS3 exclusives. Why would I buy a PS3 now? If I could play their games.
I think because here's my thought process. Sony wants to get out of the hardware game race. You saw how the PlayStation Vita is doing really bad.
Yeah.
So like maybe they should say like, okay guys, we're losing money. I guess we don't know what people want anymore. So we have to find a way. The gaming industry is still a great place to make money,
Right.
But we can't be making hardware
To make money.
to make money because as we noticed right now, we've been losing a lot of money. We had to do the price drop. I think they did 2 price drops on the Vita. No, I think 1.
It's been one. They already did a price drop. I know that for sure. They did one. I don't know.
They did 1 already, yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna do another one later on or something like that. They released a new edition, the white one, and I'm like, why are you doing another one? It's doing bad.
Right.
And I blame the reason that it's doing bad because it has barely any games on it.
Right.
Now, I've seen people online, here's the top 10, 25 PlayStation video games. Maybe like around 5 of them are actual cartridge games.
Other ones are like digital.
Other ones are digital.
Yeah.
Games that you buy for maybe $6.
Yeah.
And like, this is the best game ever. And I'm like, yeah. But that same game is on Steam.
It's not a triple. Yeah. That's another thing.
Guacamole.
No, Guacamole.
It was a big thing, and it did pretty good on the Vita.
It was very
okay, it's pretty good. Then it was released on the Steam, which I'm thinking, well, what the hell? Like, you're not actually helping the Vita anymore. You're just like, we're gonna make money, which for the company is good at making game. But if you're allowing good games to be released on other platforms, on a system that's already doing bad enough, nobody's gonna say, well, it's doing bad.
Why should I go get it?
Why should I go get it? Not a lot of games. I bought it. What I use it is to watch YouTube. It became a YouTube thing just to watch on
My YouTube console.
It's my YouTube viewer. That's it.
But and that is funny because like you said, if
I have one Vita game,
which
Ragnarok Odyssey. Played it for a while. It was fun. I got bored of it. It's somewhere over there. The next other games I downloaded
digitally.
and digitally. So I'm saying you're not helping
The console.
the console by just getting other ports, like
But you need uniqueness.
Yeah,
Like for instance, if I may ask, you have the Uncharted series, Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, badass games. But then you make the Uncharted Drake something, I don't know what it's called, the one for the Vita.
Yeah.
It's also a good game, but it's not unique because it's pretty much similar, just a different story. You make the Killzone, you got Killzone 1, 2, and 3, and then you got the Killzone version for the PS Vita. Same for Assassin's Creed, right? You got the Assassin's Creed games, then you have an Assassin's Creed spin-off game.
Yeah.
Right? So you're not getting like unique.
So they're not
Let's
doing
do it.
they're not doing the main components of the game.
Yeah, they're not focusing it.
Yeah, they're explaining. I mean, for me, what I believe the only saving grace that the Vita has is a game called Persona 4.
Persona 4. I've heard that a lot. Persona.
Persona 4, it's just like, it's an RPG, it's very long. Marcus bought it, I played it, took me 60 hours.
You bought it, bro? Damn.
Yeah, you loved it, right? Yes, I loved it. It cost me $30. I was gonna buy it, but then I said it was really good, so I tried it. I didn't play it for 4 days. I didn't play it and beat it. The next day it was good, so I tried it. Yeah, I loved it. I followed the anime. And another game for it, which you can see it later on. So yeah, that was the only game that actually got me interested in the Vita because
Honestly, to me, I had considered, maybe I should get a Vita. In fact, I had considered getting a Vita instead of the 3DS. But then I thought, why? I want to play some Nintendo games. I don't have a Wii U, so I said the only place I could play a Nintendo game would be a handheld console.
Yeah, and I was gonna buy a Wii U for the Smash Brothers, but then Smash Brothers 3DS, like.
And he could be at his home, I could be at my house.
Yeah,
we could play together.
And
I'm pretty sure they would be able to do that, right?
Yeah. At the beginning, there's been some problems having that game. Like a Monster Hunter, I forgot. I don't think you can do it online. You have to be together.
Right.
But still, and so you. The problem with the Vita is that for me, for what I believe, for my mental process is they thought it could be
the memory too. Fucking expensive. The fucking memory.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's one thing. I'll get to it. He brought out a good point.
And we talked about it a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the unboxing.
Yeah, the unboxing.
Which you should see it.
Which again, you can see it right here.
Click it right here.
Yeah, click it.
Don't click it yet, though. Click it at the end.
Well, fuck, what was I gonna say?
Oh
yeah. The problem about the Vita is that what I believe, I thought it thought that it would do good on itself by just having good hardware, right? But we have this touchscreen, which the touchscreen is freaking good. It's fun. Yeah.
It feels hard, like.
It feels hard. It's not like
because this one they feel like soft, like you could like.
It's not like 3DS. It feels like it's two sheets pressed against each other, which I think it is.
Yeah.
The Vita is just well, you guys are gamers, hopefully. So
it's just kind of like phone, but even harder.
Yeah,
even harder.
It's a hard and it touches very freaking accurate.
Sensitive, right?
Yeah, but there weren't enough games that make use of that.
That function.
Yeah, function. Even the best one like Persona, can't do shit with the touchscreen. And
hopefully they don't do that with the PS4 controller.
And even the Persona, which is like the best game on the Vita, is a port from the PS2. That says something. The best game is a port from an older generation.
It's like, yeah.
That says things about it. It says that the Vita was not, good enough to have its own.
Or they're not giving them the right focus. Like they're not giving them the right focus. Think of the other word. It's, there's no someone. Yeah, like there's not someone just working exactly for the Vita.
Yeah.
There is some stuff, but not like.
Not a lot of games.
Like you're not gonna get a company that says let's make a game for the Vita only, because it's not gonna work really.
Which is one of the main problems that the Wii U is having.
Yeah, that I heard that too. Many publishers don't want to make. Bethesda, if I may real quick, they said they're not really thinking if they're gonna make games for the Wii, for the Nintendo, because they're like, for what?
Yeah.
So
for what not? Because according to them, like, we're working on a weaker machine. But but my stand against that is like, okay, what is the difference between this weaker machine, the graphics?
that's one.
The graphics. They say, the graphics are a big thing. But I've seen my argument against that was like, what do you call an HD remake? You said, we should make it prettier. Exactly. So you can just
go backward.
Yeah.
Go in.
Well, you go forwards because you're making one for the Wii U, and then we're gonna reset on the.
So you're saying that you focus on like the Wii one, and then remaster it for the other one?
I wish I could say that, but the whole problem that people are saying is because like, oh, the Wii U is different. It has a touch screen and everything in motion, and like, well, the other games don't have that. They don't have a game touchpad, so we can't incorporate
Well, now they're going to. At least the PlayStation 1. It's gonna have a screen in the middle.
PlayStation 1.
Yeah. PlayStation controllers are gonna have a touch screen in the middle.
PlayStation 1.
4. Oh, the PlayStation 1. Like, the PlayStation controller. Like, not PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1.
What?
The PlayStation 4 controller is gonna have a gamepad in the middle that you can touch.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I don't think it's an actual screen. I think it's just a touch screen, a touch pad.
Okay. Okay, yeah, probably.
Because I haven't seen anything that is
The display?
Yeah, display.
Yeah, on the display. That's
I
true.
would-
That is true. I don't.
So so that's a big problem. Like, well, we don't want to work really hard on making a game that actually is good on the Wii U because it will have to take advantage of everything that the Wii U has.
Right.
Which the other consoles don't. They don't have the touchpad, so they don't have the motion thing.
But here's one thing also. When I think of Nintendo, the console and the game, I think of more like a fun console, like an adventure, like it's like kids, fun console. When I think of hardcore, like more like violence and stuff, I think of PlayStation, Xbox, PC.
Well,
So if you got like Skyrim, which is more like violence, you got other games. I don't see people buying them for the Wii. I really don't. I mean, I bought Resident Evil 4.
that was a problem with the Wii. It's because it focused a lot on the casual gamers, which a casual gamer which is like, oh, I'll buy this. Oh, this Wii looks good. $100. All right.
Yeah.
They
You go to the store.
They got.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Like okay,
Do you want to buy insurance with it? Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to reactivate your membership card? Sure. And then you pay double.
Yeah, and but when but getting by the casual gamer, you're not gonna be like every 6 years like, oh, we got a new console, we got a new console, guys, it has some games. A casual gamer's not me. Oh, well, what the hell's the difference? I just keep on getting the Wii U. I don't play that
They
much.
just want to have some fun.
They just have some cheap ass fun. Yeah, it's cheaper. They're cheap. And
Some of
or some of them. And a hardcore.
For example, do you see Dark Souls for Nintendo? Do you see yourself, playing Dark Souls? I really don't, I mean, it's not that it cannot happen. I just don't picture it.
No.
I just don't feel like you'll be like, well, what's wrong with it? But I don't see the mood, playing Dark Souls in my Nintendo. Again,
Well, it could be.
But again-
Bayonetta.
yeah, now they
The which one?
But he still looks kind of like fantasy star.
Yeah, and I'm fine with. I love.
I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is that most gamers who want to play games that are like Dark Souls type, they most likely have PlayStations or Xboxes or PC.
So
Think of a Nintendo.
I imagine
Mario Bros.
I imagine Nintendo like is like a little kid. Like, oh, I'm gonna. Let's say the princess. We got Mario. Let's say the princess. We got Link.
Right.
It's just.
Some
It's
standard
like-
like kids to
Yeah,
learn.
it's an inner child.
Yeah.
pretty much.
And have in mind that just because it's for that we see it for a child doesn't mean that only child should play.
Yeah.
We have our own, right? And it's running out of charge. Yours still has charge.
So like we said,
We just got it.
here's the link again.
So
So yeah, and so that's my
that's one thing. Yeah.
Hopefully, the Wii U is suffering right now because again, a lot of developers. What I'm seeing right now is that they're making the idiotic choice to make a new hardware and put top ass games.
Right.
Because like right now, they remade.
And they keep making kind of like the same thing all
Yeah.
over. Like Zelda, you get another Zelda game, which is.
I'm
I'm not saying that it's bad. I never said it's bad.
I'm a big Zelda fan, but I agree with you right
They're
now.
not bringing new IP.
Yeah, they did. Here's the new Legend of Zelda. They remade the Wind Waker. The Wind Waker came out what, 2 generations ago on the GameCube? Okay, I'm telling you, on the GameCube. I'm like, For me, like it's not allowing. I still have my disc for the GameCube. Like, why the hell would
It
you
was Super Nintendo Ocarina of Time. They remade it with a 3D version for the 3DS.
Super Nintendo?
The
It's for the 64.
Alright.
And for
Oh, okay.
yeah, and
Oh, the Link to the Past. Sorry, Link to the Past.
Oh, they made it. Yeah, they making a
They
sequel.
remade it for over here.
No, they making a sequel.
No, but they made a remake in 3D. No?
The sequel. Sequel.
No, but so which one is the remake that they made for the 3DS?
The Ocarina of Time. For the
Oh, so that's the one
Yeah.
I was talking
Now-
about. Okay.
a lot, for me, I think, older generation maybe of Zelda would have helped out the Wii U, like the Majora's Mask. It didn't got a lot of love, but for me,
It was good.
for me, it's like my favorite.
I tried it. It was good.
Because you're not used to Link. It feels darker. You have 3 days to complete the game and you return it. But if you actually pay attention, you see a lot of morbid themes in there. Like here's an example. There's a part where you go to a ranch, and you say like aliens are kidnapping cows and everything, and you help them out. Like yeah, I did it. I helped you out. You're fun to save. But it doesn't matter. You finish like on the last day and the moon's falling, and you see and you can activate a line from the sister that says, okay, you're gonna sleep with me tonight. I'm gonna don't make that face. I'm gonna give you that brown. I think it was some item which like it's milk, but it's supposedly for adults, so it's a reference to alcohol. So it's trying to like you're gonna drink this so you don't feel nothing when you're gone. So like it makes you think like shit, that was dark. So I do believe Nintendo has the power to
Potential.
the potential
To do it.
to make deeper dark games.
But they're not taking it.
But they're not taking it because like Nintendo is a family oriented company.
Right. Great.
Yes. While the Sony, the PlayStation, the Xbox target
The more hardcore.
the hardcore male testosterone.
Even though they're saying that 40% of the Xbox Live users are female. Did you know? So that means that we got some.
Still, if they're buying it means they want more story driven, more because a lot of the games for the PlayStation, Xbox is always about destruction and everything. And Nintendo, you're just jumping over turtles. You don't see them.
And the story is usually like, well, for some games like Fire Emblem, they have a pretty good story. But like Mario games.
Yeah, but Fire Emblem, you don't see like, and you see guts falling over in blood. No, you just see,
That's it. Like a little spark.
that's
Done.
And then when it dies,
And then you go back to chest like clink, clink.
So yeah,
That is true.
So hopefully, they make a comeback with getting the hardcore gamers. I mean, there's still hardcore gamers for Nintendo, but not a lot of games are supporting that kind of style for them.
Right. It's not the one that's leaving the most money to the company, so they rather go to the other ones. That is
Yeah. So like you could get a lot of people like, oh, I'll buy this game. It's $40, something like that. And,
Right.
it's a lot more volume, but you don't get the same quality of attention from the population.
Right. And I wonder, since we were talking about, started with Sony about making games to another console,
We flip all over the place on this stand.
I know, but how would you think it would work if they were to make like a console that was like, for example, think of it like, I know it's not gonna happen, but think of it like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo say, we're gonna make one console together. Your games will work in it, our games will work in it, every game will work in it. No, Steam don't do that. They're PlayStation exclusives, they're Xbox exclusives, and they're Nintendo exclusives. I'm talking about like that you have a console that could play, like they would not be like, oh, this is our Nintendo only, this is our Xbox only. It will be like the X needs 4.
Well, I can't actually think about it because, as much as I want it, if it could happen, it's not gonna happen. So for me, like, if it's not gonna happen, there's no reason to think about
But
it.
see, here's the thing. What was I saying? Oh, many of them that create this like consoles, they're saying that their most like goal is not to make profit out of the console, but to make money out of the games that they sell for that console.
Yeah.
right? So if their main reason is not to make money from the console, why don't they just, make all your games accessible to any console that you want? I mean, really, if the money that you're trying to make is from your games, all that money you're spending on creating a self hardware for yourself can be spent on like IP that will be made better or something.
That does make sense.
Like, I mean, if you're not trying to make money out of the hardware, then why?
So yeah, you could make like okay, these are Nintendo games that work on the all console. However, when you buy these games, it might come to us,
Right.
not Sony, not Xbox, to us.
Yeah, because it's
You can buy a Sony game,
but that money will go to
That will go to
Sony.
them.
So then that will be real competition because then that's where you get who's making the better games, not who are you already bought the console for. Like I already bought, for instance, let's say I bought the Xbox One, for instance, and then I'll say, oh well, I already bought this one, I cannot play that game.
well, it's just like I said, like every company has its ideals.
Yeah,
You
I
can have
know.
family,
I'm just.
hardcore, and
But then again, if you were to buy that whole single thing, you will say, okay, if you want to play Nintendo games, you buy the Nintendo games. If you want to play, maybe there's one PlayStation game that you like. I know people who literally bought the Xbox 360 just for Halo 3. They beat Halo 3 when it came out, never touched their Xbox ever again. Ever again. It just, that's it. So I'm like, dang. Just for one
I will
game?
probably be mean because
Yeah, well, you for Zelda.
New Zelda. Fuck! I have to buy the Wii. Damn it.
See? But,
Hell, I buy the damn Wii for the damn
Zelda.
for Zelda.
Wait, yeah, I remember you told me that.
Hey, but I got more games out of it. I think.
I know, but like for example, like him that I tell you, he bought the Xbox 360 for one game, never played again.
That's funny.
And I'm not saying, I mean, Halo, had a good story. I like Halo, but after Halo 2 it stopped coming out for PC, so for me it was over. Sad face. We gotta finish this, man.
Why? Why do we have to finish it? I'm the one drinking the most, guys. I'm gonna pee in
Nah,
reverse.
hell no. All right, leave a comment. Who do you see drinking the most?
Yeah, guys. Leave a comment and like,
Alright.
subscribe.
Alright,
Help us out.
So this is gonna be the end of this podcast again. Who you think drank the most of this water?
Vote for
Right.
me.
Alright, so leave a comment, see who you think, Marco, me.
Marco.
How much water did you drink? Jesus and Jose, and see how much water Marco drank. And again, if you like this video, subscribe. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Just say normally,
Twitter.
please.
Twitter, dude. I'm French.
Please, just say normally.
I don't like saying normally. Facebook or Twitter.
So follow us on Facebook and Twitter, guys. It will
Right.
really help us out.
Correct.
And if you got any ideas for the show that we can make,
Anything you want us to talk about, leave a comment.
and we're gonna start making Let's Plays hopefully when we have the time.
Yeah. More videos, more let's
Videos.
plays for our videos.
We're trying-
Retro gaming, recent gaming, and gaming in
And
the
Let's
middle.
Plays.
And gaming in the middle.
Let's Plays is gonna be just me by myself or
game by myself, or yeah.
or guest sometimes.
And I think you also have like versus with Marco.
I call them retro plays with them.
Oh, you don't call them versus no more?
Well, retro play is when I play all the
All
games,
games, right.
And it happens versus retro versus.
Alright, that's cool. So
Alright,
if you
guys.
see retro versus, you know it's the retro gaming. For me, it's just the name of the game and the name.
And when I'm gonna playing by myself, it's gonna be a Let's Play.
Right.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Alright, guys.
Hope you
Later.
enjoy.
See ya.
Alright. Here's what
Here's the main thing. Look at
here's
it.
what we were fucking waiting for.
Oh yes, you could draw and make something. Hell, I could make an